Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
What is up, everybody? It's Fat Cat here. In case you missed that coupon code, it's in the description. It's Fat Cat, all capitalized letters. If you've been considering buying Jigsaw, uh, after having this channel for so many years, I've sold a lot of Jigsaw without getting a kickback. And now I can finally get a kickback. And you can also save $30 on any of the Jigsaw products except for Journal Ticks. I don't know if it works for Journal Ticks. It might. If you considering it, take a look. But yeah. Anyways, speaking of links in the description, if you would like to skip to the actual subject matter of this video, there is a time slot in the video for when this video actually starts. Because see, on the last video, I had some fucking idiot complain that the first 3 minutes of the last video was me just talking shit. And what's funny is in the first 19 seconds, I literally say that if you would like to skip to the video lesson, there's a link in the description. This is your sign to open your fucking ears and listen to what I am saying. There is a sign in there's a sign. There is a link in the description to go straight to the video. Otherwise, you're going to be listening to me fucking just rant for a couple minutes because it's my fucking channel. You know what? I'm doing it for the fans because some people like me for me instead of just wanting information, right? So, what is up, everybody? It's Fat Cat. Did you think I look like a fucking cat in real life? I wish I did. You know, see, if I make a shitload of money, I might actually get some plastic surgery where I'm heavily modified and, get some implants up here so I got that bulbous peanut and get some artificial whiskers and shit. Get my face tattooed black and white so that way I look like the Fat Cat logo. Should be pretty rad. But unfortunately, you have to deal with this disappointment. I am sorry. All right. I think I look pretty fucking cool in human form. All right. So that's just my opinion. Um. Anyways, I haven't done a video for 90 something fucking days. And here's the thing. All my videos are kind of like a lesson, if you will. And I just really haven't had any unique lessons to really share for 90 fucking days. Um, and I don't on this video. This video is going to be 4 trades I took yesterday, which was November 5th, 2021. It's on a Friday. So we're going to go over 4 trades. They're pretty badass. Um, you're going to see a stupid fucking mistake, which that'll be kind of hilarious to see. But before we get into the actual video again, if you don't want to hear me fucking talk, go to the fucking description, okay? Listen, 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 all right? So I want to say that I've been trading options for the last year. I'm really starting to understand them. I'm really enjoying them, and I would like to bring options to the channel. There's so much content out there on options, uh, but I'd like to kind of shed some light on it, Fat Cat style, and kind of dive into more stuff that you just simply can't find content on. I feel coming from a futures background and trading options, I do look at things differently. So I would like to share stuff, and if you've been interested in options, but it's too fucking complex, I'm gonna break some stuff down so you guys can understand it better. So sorry for those of you who are futures purists that come here for the ES trades and order flow content. The channel is gonna expand. Shit's growing, right? So we're gonna go and check out options. I think is a great fucking alternative to sort of have income. Um, and I don't want to say options is stress-free trading, but it certainly is a lot less stressful than trading futures. I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. Um, I hit a point where I just really starting to understand stuff quite a bit. So that's pretty cool. So expect to see more option stuff on the channel. And maybe that'll bring in other people, who fucking knows, right? But anyways, let's kind of start to talk about what's going on here. This is where the video starts. But before it does, I have to do some things. I need to make sure that my microphone's working, and it is, because I would hate to do this. I've done videos where the microphone was not working the entire time, and then I got to redo the fucking video, and it really sucks. I'm actually redoing this video right now. I realized that it was not recording. So here we go again. There we go. I've got to just load stuff because I'm like editing on the fly and I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Now you get to see me as I talk about my fucking trades. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool? You get to see me in my face. See me. See me. See me. Okay, let's get into this. Let's talk about what's kind of going on here. So we have um, I just leaked all over my face. Over here is a 30-second chart on Sierra. Over here is Jigsaw. This is a 3-second chart. So this wedge pattern you're seeing here is not this wedge pattern you're seeing here. This is more so the tail end from up here to here that you probably can barely see. You're going to have to get really close to the computer to really see that. Sorry. Hopefully you're not watching this on your phone because you're just not going to see anything. Anyways, so let's talk about what's going on here, like my idea and thinking behind these trades you're about to see. So I was long biased, but the problem was this 92s right here had stiff fucking resistance. Buyers just weren't willing to really put pressure on getting through there. Yes, they were buying. Yes, they were being very passive. They were buying, but they weren't putting on the type of pressure you need to see to get through this area. So what's going on here is there's a bunch of stops accumulating. And when you have this kind of resistance, typically you're going to get these pullbacks and then they're going to try to get through there. And if they can't get through there, well, you're going to see a flush down and then it's going to pull back. And they keep pinning that fucking area. They just keep smacking into that area, but they cannot get through it. So you're going to keep getting these pullbacks. And if we cannot get through there, what's going to happen is there's going to be a bigger flush because there is a shitload of buyers trapped. Each one of these pivots are stop runs. And what's awesome about the rising wedge pattern, if you will, and don't think of it in the classical sense of rising wedge. I mean, if we was to draw lines, that's what that is, but I'm not trading that pattern because it's a wedge, right? I'm trading it from a different perspective. But there's a lot at all these major pivots, there's a bunch of buyers trapped there. Well, there's a bunch of stop orders. Um, and what could happen, and this is my thinking, because you're about to see me get short, um, is that each of these pivots are relatively close to each other. So if we can jam through these pivots here or this area here, hopefully it sets off enough of a chain reaction of stops to the point that we go to the next pivot and we're coming in so quick with velocity that it sets off those stops, and then we get to the next set of this next pivot, and hopefully we're coming in so quickly that it just chain reacts one after another. And I like seeing these pivotal moments where they're relatively close to each other like this because you'll get a chain reaction and the price should just flush through if that's what might happen. So let me play the video. Um, and this kind of shit doesn't happen all the time. This specific trading session, I have a really bad wedgie. I gotta get it the fuck out of my ass. Jesus Christ. Oh, I need to be comfortable. I'm sorry, my thong is riding right up in that fucking ass crack. There we go. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, as you can see, I got short here. So let's talk about this short for a second. I didn't get into this because of tape, order flow. Okay? I'm not getting into all these trades because of tape and order flow. I do look at it as a reference, right? Um, I'm willing to get into this specific trade because I know what the reward could be on it. So this isn't meant to be a scalp. This specific trade is me getting into a trade to hold. So I'm willing to take a little bit of I just farted. Mm. Everybody likes their own brand. Just bask in it. Now it really sucks to fart in here because this is a small closet and it just sometimes it's real bad. But anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, why I got in this trade. So this isn't a scalp. I want to see if we can blow out all of these fucking stops down here. So I'm getting into it. I'm willing to let it breathe. Now, part of the reason I'm getting into it was, as you can see on this 3-second chart here on the right, we flashed up real quick, but we did not maintain pressure. Like buyers just, it looked like a stop run almost. Buyers just weren't willing to keep pressing. And then we came up again, and we're didn't quite go up as high, and buyers aren't willing to fucking press. Now let's watch this trade, and I'll start talking. I'm gonna fast forward it because what happens is it's gonna come back on top of me, and trying to get short here and be very precise about it is just not gonna work. Otherwise, I'm gonna start over trading, and that's part of the reason I'm willing to sit it and take heat. Um, Trying to nail this specific setup, it's so hard. The way it's chopping and churning up here, it's gonna be way too hard to nail it as precise as possible. And I can try to like scalp, get in, scalp, cut it, but then I start over trading. And just how we're churning, because we're just it's not like these quick movements. The order flow is pretty decent for a Friday afternoon. Like the tempo and everything's real good. It's not too slow, but it's churning enough that I'm gonna take some heat on the fucking thing, as you can see by the stop up there. So what you're gonna see is it just we got in here and it's already coming back on. I like all that selling on the tape, but I'm like kind of ignoring order flow a little bit. I'm looking at it, but I'm not letting it freak me out, right? I'm more so looking at it from the setups perspective. Like, yeah, there's selling, that's great. We're not seeing too many big buyers hit. We have 221 lots hit right there. That's probably the same fucking guy because that's a weird number, right? If it was 20 lots, it could be different guys. Um, just not that much buying up here, like active buying. Now, don't get me wrong, the buyers are definitely being more passive. They're absorbing more so than throwing out market orders. So this trade does take a while to pan out. It gets very close to me. But if it stops me out, whatever. See, I didn't really like this. See how flat it is here, but it kind of presses up and it just doesn't flush. So it's like, okay, I kind of feel good about that. I'm a little nervous in the sense that, yeah, it could go up here, but let's just hold on. The retail orders aren't flowing in super fast. Now they're kind of picking up pace, which is good. More selling overall in the mid-size tape, right? So, it looks like it's going to go here, but of course, it doesn't. Watch this. This kind of looks like a quick stop run up. You're about to see it. Drink some water real quick. All right. Is this it or no? This trade takes fucking forever to pan out. There it is. Real quick. Again, we already had one of these kind of happen over there, but it just like flashes up so fucking quickly. Right? But they don't maintain it. It goes up and comes back in so quick. And right there, I start to feel more confident about this. See, and it's gonna be so hard to just nail this. This is a bigger picture idea, and it's gonna just be so hard to like precisely scalp into it. And this is why I'm willing to take some risk on it. This is when the trade actually starts to work out. So right here, you kind of have this double bottom going on. So we should have stops here, which you can barely see it, but right there. And then this other pivot is so close here that there should be a quick chain reaction to where we kind of stop out that pivot and that pivot as well. Not a lot of buying as far as like aggressive market orders hitting. There we go. There's a quick flush. Now we're at this next pivot here. Hopefully there's enough pressure. You got a lot of retail coming in. That's really good. When that retail tape picks up, then the mids might start piling in behind that. But if that retail slows down, that's not a good sign. It's coming in at a huge flurry. And we're already blowing through that other pivot. So now we're at this next pivot over here. Right? Boom. Blow through that. Nice flush. It comes back in. You know, I'm going to keep holding though. Because I want to exploit this trade. Like, I want to take the setup and get the reward that I was sitting there waiting for. Obviously, I need to be a bit fluid on it. Now we're at this next pivot, and we're already starting to press on it. And then we're going to go to our final pivot over here. Now we're at that next pivot, and we're just sinking. Now we're blowing through there, which is really good. So at this point, you're about to see me like start to scale one out. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get out at this blue line. I take one off there because this trade has ran in my favor pretty well at this point, and we're kind of starting to stall a little bit below that last pivot. It could reverse. Um, I'm trying to hold out for that blue line, which is first standard deviation of VWAP. But it may not get there. Levels are not exact, so if it gets close enough, I'll start to take it out. This is where the level is, so I'm hoping it can get there. The problem is that now we're kind of starting to see more buying. And now we're starting to stall there. This is close enough. Let's take it there. I'm happy with it. More buying's coming in. The way this price action and tape is, it's kind of like, this might start to get a little goofy here. I'm not gonna be greedy for a few ticks at that point. So now I'm actually looking to get long. So let me explain what's going on here. The reason I want to get long is all this was us. This entire move was not necessarily a move to the downside. This was more so a giant fucking stop run on a bigger scale because of all these pivots. At least that's my thinking behind it. Could I be wrong? Yeah, I'm speculating at this point, right? But that's my fucking theory. We can agree to disagree, whatever, right? So I'm starting to get, I'm considering a long at this point. And it's because of these 92s right here. There's so many fucking stops on the sell side up there. And we kept coming up there, pulling back, kept coming up there, pulling back, kept coming up there, pulling back, boom, 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 just not fucking getting through it. Now that we've cleared all this inventory out, when I say all of this inventory, we cleared out a shitload of inventory on that run. Uh, Now we should be able to get up and through there because there's so much resistance here. And if you're not able to just like get through there, it's like taking a battering ram. And I've talked about this in other videos. I think it's my support and resistance video. Um, when you try to like kick down a front door, right? You don't put your foot on it and press, right? What you do is you need to swing your foot back and then kick it and come in with velocity, right? Which causes more pressure. When you're just sitting up there and pinning it, it's gonna be you can't get through it. You're gonna have better luck again swinging back and then bang. So that's exactly what's probably gonna happen. Um, so let's take a look at that. I have 3 more trades you're gonna see me getting into. So now the tape is looking really good. Like there's a lot more buying here. We haven't seen this type of buying really anywhere up until this point. So there's this high node right here on the profile. We're getting caught up on that. What I like is this low noded area here. And what I want to do is, since it's a low noded area, the price should go through there relatively quickly because it's a less popular price. Whereas this high node that we're getting pinned right here, naturally it's gonna hold a little bit because it's more popular, more people have traded there, more people they're just interested in that area, right? So you're gonna see me. I got a big ass booger in here bothering me. Every time I breathe, it like starts tickling. So pardon me for being so rude. Okay, so I'm trying to get long here, and it's a nice little pullback. I like this pullback right here. And we're just starting to slow down as we came in. So I'm hoping it blows through that 87, and it doesn't. It comes right the fuck back in real quick. And it came back in on like smaller size. So what's happening is it's kind of creating a pennant at this point. We're starting to see it tighten up and wind up on the 3-second chart. It's kind of like a wedge pattern, but instead of it, testing the same price up here, it's putting in lower highs and higher lows. So it could explode out of this. I'm covering because I'm not quite sure. I'm banking on this 87 letting go at this point. And it's not working. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just break even. So what happened there was I was trying to get a 1-tick win on it. 26, it's taking too long to fill. The price keeps tweaking down. Watch my last video on strike zoning. That definitely applies to what just happened. I'm not going to explain what was going on, but if you watch that video, what I share in the strike zoning video is what just happened there in the order flow. And also I have a video called Don't Marry a Trade or some shit like that. That's a really good video. Like what's happening here is now you're going to see me start to cut and re-enter because now I'm not willing to marry the trade here, kind of like I did up there. Um, so this is like I'm okay with it. I'm willing to re-enter this trade. I'm willing to cut it and re-enter it. So we took a full-blown break even on it. But the thing is, it's not flashing and flushing through here as quickly as I was thinking. Yeah, it's printing down, but like, got a block buy hitting. So at this point, I'm thinking, maybe that will hit first standard deviation. And maybe I can get in at an even better price. But I'm watching it at this point. So now we're getting some good buying pressure here. I'm willing to try to get filled. Now, here's the problem is like only 3 lots came in. There are no aggressive sellers in this area. So you're going to see me kind of chase the trade, and that's because there's no aggressive selling. Like not many lots are pinning in here to get filled. It's pushing up. I want to take the trade through this low noted valley because if it can flash through here, I'm getting in without taking much risk. So I'm trying to get in here and hopefully can flash through that. But the buying on the tape is so good still, and now it kind of goes against me a little bit. But the buying is really good. The retail tape is pretty high flowing. And watch this. Watch it just flash through here really quick. Boom. And it's because of that little low noted area right there. Does that happen all the time? No, it doesn't. But the tempo of the market right now and the pace and yeah, it seemed like it could work. And also we just rotated here so many times. Naturally, you're going to have a small amount of stops there. So not only do we have a combination of a small amount of stops, but we also have this area of less popular prices, which are the low nodes, um, and just a great recipe for what you just saw there, and that's what I'm looking for. So I guess this video is a lesson. I didn't think it would be. I thought it would just be me bullshitting about trades, but pff, there we go, real nice. That, so I'm scaling one out here, and now this last so it's 2 lots. I'm only trading 2 lots in all of these trades here. Um, this so I'm gonna hold this last lot because and what I'm doing is I want to get through these 92s here. Like much like I had a bigger picture idea of what happened on that short, I'm having the same sort of idea. Okay, everything I explained to you about like kicking a door in, this seems to be working. Um, I want to see if we can get through here because that'll be a fantastic fucking trade on the long end. If we can blow through here, and ideally I'm trying to hold to VWAP, which is like this orange line right here. And it'll be a shit trade be fucking just as good as that short, if not better, as far as the MFE goes, right? So I'm gonna start fast forwarding it in chunks because the trade does come back on top of me. So we're not gonna sit here and kind of watch it. Now, what you see me is I'm in because this is a pre-recorded session from Friday, obviously, right? This isn't playback or anything. I'm explaining to some other traders exactly what I've been telling you guys. So, and the trade so far in my favor. I can kind of step back and explain to other people what's going on. So this trade does come back to me. Let me see right where that happens. Here we go. Right here. We'll go here. So I do know that it could chop up here. Like, but I'm going to hold on to it. Right? And this is where I think it starts to flush down really quickly. Oh, right here. Let's go to this point. Yep. So yeah, it started to. So my trade is right here, I believe, at this 86.75. I did zoom in on this some more so it looks different. Oh, did I already get fucking flat? Did I get flat? Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah. So it's coming in, like it's gone so far in my favor. So I'm not willing to take heat on this because there's already been a massive move in my favor. So I'm gonna definitely pick up 2 ticks right there. It's not a bad trade because I picked up, that one trade up here and then two. Okay, sure, it ran so far in my favor, but it's okay because I'm gonna re-enter it, and I'm willing to re-enter this if this shows signs of re-entry. Let me look at my notes. Re-entry is in several minutes, so let's fast forward to where that will be. Um, Here we go. So we come down all the way down here again, and I had got the trade right near that high node. So if this can stall right in this area, I'm willing to get in it. You're seeing this weird liquidity come up on the offer there. It gets taken. So I'm willing to re-enter because we're just the way the order flow was, and we're just stalling and churning real slow again. It's like, okay, let's re-enter it. It's funny as I get back in at like a tick worse than I originally was. So the let's see how this pans out. I don't remember this entry that well. The order flow is real dead here. And we got that low noted area. I'm kind of banging on it again, but at some point they don't give you those quick flushes anymore. There's a little bit of liquidity up there. I'm hoping the market wants that. Like that order sticks out, it pulled, and then a bunch of orders traded there. So now oh, God, I swear. There we go. See, it kind of pulls back, not quite into me. It's coming back onto me. I'm not sure what my thought process is here. Really good block buy right there, actually. See, what's happening here is this low node starting to get filled in. Like you're getting a lot of chopping in it now. It's going from one side of that low node valley to the other side, and that happens. And what happens is like that shit gets filled in, and then you'll start to see more of a prominent like profile start to build out. Um, Good buying right there. Even more good buying pressing through it. Really solid buying on that fucking tape. Another little low node valley. Gonna scale one out up there. I don't know why I picked that spot. Okay, yeah, it's because it's the middle of this low node valley here. Let's see what happens at this point. Solid. Just and you gotta also realize that there are like the way it chopped here, there's stops in here as well. So you got some stops right here, and what's cool is there could be a chain reaction to blow this area out and then go through here. Because again, the play is there's so many stops at 92s that um, this is why I'm taking this trade is because I want to see if we can blow through those 92s. Look at that thing, is just going fucking vertical. I'm not sure. I mean, I know we get up there pretty quick. Like we're not gonna spend much time fucking around. That's what all this was. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go start kind of fast forwarding it. There we go. Approaching those 92s. What's gonna happen here? This is like sort of the moment of truth, right? So I believe I decided to scale one out here, unless I already did. I don't remember. I see. I can barely remember some of what I did. It's funny because people will leave comments on videos I made years ago and talk about a trade I took, and it's like I don't remember what I did in that video. Yeah, I decided to take one here. Oh no, I go completely flat there. Okay. Uh, let's talk about that. Hold on. Yeah. The whole screen goes black. Hold on. Yeah, let's talk about that. Look what happened. It did what I thought it would do, but I cut it right at that. I cut the fucking trade right at that spot. I was those last three trades you saw me take getting along was to get through that area, and I cut them right the fuck there. And one of my buddies, his name's Big Luca, he's in the trading Discord, and he's like baffled by the fact that I did what I fucking did, even though I was hyping up all these traders about this very thing happening, and I just fucking cut it right at the spot, the whole fucking deal. It was a great trade, but like the purpose of holding it was like to get through this area, and it blows through that fucking area. And I cut it right the fuck on those 92s. And it's just one of those fucking stupid, fucking idiotic fucking things, right? So I told Luca, I'm like, look, dude, I said, I got this shock bracelet. It's called like a Pavlok or some crap. It's for breaking bad habits. I don't know where it is. But you have an app on your phone, and if you like addicted to smoking cigarettes or anything like that, um, I told him, dude, if I tell you, because somebody can like remotely shock you with it, you can link up their phone to shock you. So if they see you about to smoke a cigarette because you're trying to break that habit, they can shock you. And I told my buddy Big Luca, I'm like, look, dude, if I fucking am hyping up a specific trade and I cut it right the fuck there, I need you to shock the fuck out of me. And I'm like, did you ever see Home Alone 2? And he's like, no. I'm like, dude, it's gonna be like that. I'm like, you need a remote shock me. So I fucking learned not to fucking do that. That was stupid. I was literally, that was why I was getting long, was because of that fucking area. And I got into such a great position. Like I got into it early enough, right? And I cut it and managed it well, re-entering the trade 3 times to get in it at the right spot. And I'm like, dude, you need to shock me remotely, and it'll be like that scene from Home Alone 2. Well, here's that scene from Home Alone 2. Hold on. I hope you guys like that. That video took me way too. That little clip took me way too fucking long to make. Fucking here. Anyways, yeah, that's just sharing some trades. Those are some trades. Jesus freaking Christ, why the fuck did I do that? But as traders, we all have those fucking moments, and you got the wit. I mean, I took some great fucking trades, right? I'm up on the day, but like shit. Like, and I think it kept going too. Let me look. I think the fucking trade just kept going. No, it definitely came back. Yeah, so if we look at it, it definitely went up the VWAP, which I was looking to get out. But shit. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you kind of like this whole new thing where you get to fucking see me and all that crap. Uh, anyways, yeah, I will see you in the next video. Hopefully, it's not another fucking 90 days. Should be doing this option trade stuff, but yeah. Have a good one.